Run, Andrew.
God damn it.
Get
Hey,
take
guys.
longer.
This is
Alleged
Alleged
confessions.
Confessions.
We were on point that time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, not the walk up. But, no, here we are. This is the after show of Conspirial. We're here talking with the crew. Just want to, bullshit about things we want to talk about. Anyone have a particular interest of who wants to go first or anything? I know you had a great topic that
Ladies
you
first.
you are the lady.
Oh.
So you sent us a topic that we all wanted to prepare for. So I think it would be appropriate.
If
For-
I stopped.
Well, no, but you don't have to go. You have to explain the topic, but you don't have to go first if you don't want to. But the topic,
Okay.
I think.
The topic I want to talk about is the time you've been gaslit the hardest and the time you have gaslit the hardest.
So it's a two-parter.
Yeah.
So do you want to go first now, or you
No,
want?
no, you
Yeah.
go.
Okay. All right. I know you said you had one. I mean, who wants to go first? I mean, God damn it, I don't.
If
know.
y'all say y'all haven't gaslit anybody, y'all are fucking
You're
liars.
gaslighting.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
You're gaslighting.
All right. I'll go first, I guess. I'm gonna start with the time I've been gaslit the hardest. Gaslit.
Lit.
Gaslit.
I've been gaslit.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Simple.
Verbs are hard for new words. Okay, so
You
Let's
the,
hear it.
the,
Let's hear
the,
it,
the,
man.
the time I was gaslit.
When you're gaslit.
Yep.
I think I have to go back to 6th grade. Like, I really think I have to. Like, this is the one
Throw it back.
memory that clouded my mind. So, it was my first real girlfriend. Like, my real girlfriend.
Not your
right?
hand.
You know this story. You know the story. So, I was with this girl. I'm not going to say her name, but I was with this girl.
Fuck that bitch.
She already knows. She already knows. So,
It's so bad.
so
I wish
we-
even Max was around during that era.
we were dating for 2 months.
Which is like forever in middle school years.
Yeah, 6th grade. It was my first real girlfriend. It was a big deal, right? And all that stuff. And then there was a time where I got like super sick, and I'm not the kind of person that they get sick like that. But I was super sick, and I was gone from school for like 2 weeks. Like I was just throwing up and whatever. And so when I got back, and I'm not sure what kind of middle school y'all went to. I know up here it's different, but my middle school was 6th through 8th. Is that
Yes.
the same?
Yeah,
Yes.
6th.
I know some
The
high schools up
schools
here.
are different.
It's weird. But anyway, so I get back and I feel great. I'm going back to school, and everyone's just like laughing at me. Like I literally walk through the door. I'm
Like
like,
right
oh fuck, like blah 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 blah. And just like I have like 8th graders coming up to me and like, so you're the faggot, right? And I hate to say that word, but that's literally how it was in 1999. This is the time that went out. Like, oh, you're Addison, right? Like, yeah. Like, oh, you're the faggot. I'm like,
Jesus
okay. I
Christ.
just got back, right? And I had like teachers come up to me and they were like, hey, if you need to talk to us about anything, you can come to us. And I was like, the fuck? I just got back. Like, what the fuck is going on? I just got back from school, right? So, lo and behold, this is what happened, right? So, I met this girl. This is when AOL Instant Messenger was first going around. I know y'all don't know.
I
This
had
is
a
the-
whole
this-
boyfriend in fucking France.
Yeah, this is the first time that you can
Yeah.
communicate with people. And I was over at her house, and she was like, "You don't have an AIM messenger thing?" And I was like, "No." And she was like, "Oh, let me set one up for you." And I was like, "Okay, bet." Right? So she set it up for me. First red flag. And I was like, "All right, bet." And so like I had it for a little while, and I would talk to her, and I would talk to our friends from class or whatever. Right? So when I was sick for 2 weeks, she still had my password and everything saved because she set it up for me. I hope to God you're reading this because I know your
Reading?
full. I know your full name, and I'm not gonna release it. But you're
Release
a
it.
cunt.
To get
No, you're a cunt. You're a cunt. Oh,
Let's slap her.
no, I haven't ended the story thing for this. But anyways, so I get back to school after like a week or two out, and then everyone thinks I'm gay. The teachers, everyone, right? And so I'm like, what the fuck is going on, right? And so like my best buddy comes up, he goes, "Hey man, are you gay?" And I was like, no, like, no. I was like, there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm not. And he goes, because look at this. So there was like 5 pages of printed out AIM messaging of my screen name saying like, "Hey, I want to suck your dick," to all like my guy friends that I knew, and they're like, "Bro, I'm not okay with this. No, I want it," and like all this stuff that I had no part of, right? And I found out that my girlfriend at the time,
What was her name again?
I'm not gonna do it, but she logged onto my account, said all these things to my friends, printed out all the conversations and just left them at each of the lunches with my name on them, saying who I was and what I wanted to do with all these guys, like suck their dicks, ram in my butthole. I'm fucking 12, right? Like, here's the thing, like, I'm in 6th grade, I'm 12, 13, you know what I mean? 11, like, I'm 11, and so I get back, and so everyone thinks I'm gay, so it literally took me from 6th grade to 8th grade, like, there was that whole middle school period to prove people that I didn't do this, right? And so it took that time to everyone to realize, like, wait, like, she did this? I'm like, yeah, I didn't do this. Like, it was not me. Like, oh, that's kind of fucked up. And I'm like, yeah, tell me. And so, like, I went to her and I'm like, why did you do this? She goes, well, I wanted to end it. And I'm like, like the relationship? And she was like, yeah. I'm like, there was a simpler way to do all of this. Like, you just be like, no, I don't fuck with you, right? Like. And so, like, for example, like, so she never wanted to kiss me, like, in 6th grade, like when we were, like, together, like whatever, didn't want to kiss me at all. And I was like, that's fine, we can wait, you know, whatever. And then, during that time of my sick and, like, this whole horrible period, she actually blew an 8th grader, right? So like it's not like she was against it. She was against kissing me, which is hurtful. Which is hurtful. And so she was doing this like, so during this time she's like, what? It wasn't me. I would never do this. And I was like, who else had my fucking thing and spread it to everyone? It was horrible, right? So the caveat, right? So that was 6th grade. In my middle school, like 2/3 went to one high school, and 1/3 went to the high school that I went at. So we ended up not going to the same high school that I went to. Oh, whatever. So I'm in college now. Like I'm in my first year of college or whatever. And I have a buddy that I went to high school with who was going to a different high school, or I'm sorry, a different college in the city I was going to. And he came to party with me, and he was like, you know, we're talking and we're catching up or whatever, and he was like, bro, you never guess who I'm dating. And I'm just like, who? And I'm just like, I'm going with this girl named, not gonna do it. And I'm just like, oh no shit? And he goes, yeah, and I'm like, that's cool, man. Because she's going to, anyway. He was like, I heard you knew her, and I was like, yep, I knew her in middle school or whatever. And he was like, what's wrong? I was like, I don't want to. And so he was like, no, you need to. And I did the whole story, and he goes, that's pretty fucked up, man. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, what did you do? Which is the natural response. Like, what did you do to him? I'm like, I don't know. You could ask her, and she might give you a response to my until this day I will say I did
This day.
nothing.
You
I
need
was
to come on Alleged Confessions and tell us your side of the story.
yeah, I was fucking 11. What could I do? Like, you know what I mean? I don't think I warranted anything of hacking into my AI, doing all the fucking thing. And so yeah, I got
so
gaslit.
Explicit.
Yeah, I got gaslit pretty hard on that, and I fucking didn't date anyone until my senior year in high school because I hated everyone. I couldn't trust a goddamn soul. And if I was a fucking heartless son of a bitch. Anyway, yeah, I still hate you to this day. My dream is that you need my kidney and I can watch you die. That's my thing. That's my thing. Mine's the only kidney you could have. And I was like, oh, and I would do the whole steps.
Wow.
I would get insurance lined up, and then we would be in the fucking cots next to each other, and I go, no, I'm out. And then you would die right next to
It's
me.
just a
That's
prank.
what I want for you. Oh, I almost said it. I almost said her name. I'm not going to.
Say it.
Never. Never. You're a cunt, and you're forever a cunt, and you know who you are if you ever watch this. I hate you with every loin of my soul. So yeah, that's the word. Because at the time she was like, well, I don't know what happened, and you know what I mean. Like you were in middle school, she was like, I don't know. That's crazy. You've been sick for 2 weeks, and I'm just like, yeah, crazy. We're still together, right? She's like, oh, I'm gonna go be with him. And she's the fucking worst. You're the fucking worst. Who sucks dick in 6th grade? I'm sure.
Barely you.
Not me. She did, and then wouldn't kiss me, which is I'm like, that's a baseball diamond. You're going from 1st to 3rd, which is all the power to you. Not slut shaming, but anyway, you're a cunt, and I fucking hate you. That's the time I've been gaslit like a motherfucker.
It was actually me.
And we're together. No. No. And so now I gotta say the time I gaslit someone.
Gaslit.
I guess
You
load
guess
someone.
loads?
Loaded.
That's crazy. The time I actually gaslit someone. Not to pause too long, but if I
You were
had...
so colorful with that preview.
Well, no, because I knew the one I wanted to say. It's been haunting me since I was 11. I'm fucking 33 now. Yeah, it's been. Yeah, I'll never forgive you. But the time I gaslit someone.
Well, does anyone want to go? He
You're
goes.
doing that everywhere.
There's no graceful way to do that.
No, I got one. I can do my gaslit one. I guess. So
I want you to say it with the same fiery passion you said the first.
no, that one traumatized me because I literally didn't fucking like. I was done with. Yeah.
I have a similar story, but it wouldn't fit this topic.
That's what she said. It wouldn't fit. I was trying to say. Yeah. So the time I gaslit the most, I would say, was that. Okay. Yeah. So I was in college, and at a different college because I transferred, not because it doesn't matter. I was at this college, and I was. God damn it! I can't believe I'm saying the story either. I was, hooking up with this girl that was at our house, and whatever. And I wasn't serious or anything, but we would have like a regular thing, and we'd have this. We had a routine, right? We'd meet at this bar and whatever, right? So at this one bar, that we would go to. We were sitting there and just having our bullshit. God damn, I can't believe I'm fucking saying this. I'm so. You know this too, but
Apparently I know all of
you know this too. So we were sitting there and doing our thing and talking or whatever, and it was an empty night because it was like a fucking Tuesday or whatever at this bar, like whatever. And we're sitting there, and she was like, "Hey, we're at the outside patio smoking cigarettes or whatever, and it's really empty." And she was like, "Hey, you see that guy over there?" And I was like, "That." And it was like 3 rows over, a couple down, with this one random guy. And I was like, "Yeah, I see him." And she goes, "You know that's my boyfriend." And I was like, "Excuse me?" Excuse me? I was like, "Excuse me?" I was like, "Yeah, like we're together." And I was like, we've been hooking up for like a couple months. Like a couple months. I was like, "No, I've never." And and she was like, "No, he's okay with this." I was like, "Fucking, I'm not." And
Reddit, am I the asshole?
I was like, she's like, "No, like it's okay." And I was like, "Oh, bet." And she was like, "My greatest fantasy." And I was like, "Jesus Christ, is to be like, have a belt tied around my neck and have me passed around between like 5 guys, and you are more than welcome."
She'd
to
be perfect for Todd. Oh
You-
no, what
you-
was your
you-
guy?
You are more than welcome to be one of the 5 guys. And I was like, "That sounds cool. Yeah, let me know whenever you want this to happen." And she was like, "Oh, probably pretty soon." Like I'm sure she was talking about that night, and like, "Oh yeah, I'm not really in the mood for it tonight. But like next time, like let me know." He's like, "Oh, bet." And she like called him over, and I was like, "Hey, can I go piss real quick?" It's like, "Oh yeah, bet. We'll talk about it when you get back." And I fucking left. It was at a bar.
I actually don't recall this story.
It was at a bar that I'm very frequent to, and actually, all of y'all have been to the bar.
Yeah.
I'm talking about at that patio.
That's a
I can
fun
fucking
bar.
and I was like, "Yeah, just let me go piss, and we'll get at it, right? Like let's tie
Let's
that
get this going.
tie that belt around your neck, and we'll just pass you along." I'm totally down. I fucking booked it. I fucking left. I went to the bar, and I actually did have to pee. And I went to the bar. I was like, "Hey, close me out. Charge me however much. I'm not taking. I'll come back in the morning and get my card. Charge whatever tip you want." And they're like, "Bet, man, I got you." I was like, "I gotta leave." So I went and pissed, and I went out the back door. And
I was about to say, which door did you go on?
No, so when y'all went, it's a different layout than what it was when I was there.
It's not they got, like, fancy
there was a
bathrooms.
back door at one point, and I just
You
went, and I ran all the
You
way
ran.
to my home. And it was probably a mile, and I was like, absolutely not. So yeah, I think that's gaslighting, the fact that I would be a part of it.
I think that's potential assault.
I can't. No, but she wanted it. I mean,
she was trying to assault you again.
yeah. She wanted a belt around her
She
neck
wanted to get us.
to be passed
Who
around
does
by
that?
5 guys, and I was chosen
You know,
as one
funny
of the
enough,
5 guys.
I used to work there.
And I told her, I was like, "Yeah, I'm there. I'll totally be there. Let's go." And I ran. I fucking left, and I never spoke to her again.
Would you run into her in that bar sometime?
No, I had no idea what happened to her.
Oh my god.
I'm assuming syphilis, or her. I'm assuming horrible.
Maybe
thing.
autoerotic asphyxiation that night.
Hopefully, she'd appreciate that. No, like
No.
from what I've heard, she would appreciate that. She would go out the way she wanted to go. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Same.
Yeah. I just remember because it was a long time. It was a long time, like because it was like 10 minutes of like, "Oh yeah, I'm totally down," just like not figuring out how can I can escape. You
The
know what I
next
mean?
day she thinks you're missing.
Oh God, I hope she doesn't exist. Anyway. No, like I hope you're
No, that's
fine,
a
but
way
god
to
damn it,
say that.
I hope
He actually killed her and is covering her murder right now.
She's a kindergarten teacher. I just.
She's actually what Miss Rachel.
I would rather say her name than the previous name, but yeah, those are my two.
Now leave my girl alone. She was just wild.
Mm. And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's
at all.
nothing wrong with that.
But what bothered me was like, that's my boyfriend. And she pointed.
But he
like,
was cool with it.
He was. Kudos, but I wasn't. I was not okay. I was not. I didn't know. I thought she was a free bird. You know, just whatever. I didn't want to tie her down or anything. We were having fun, but then she was like, yeah. And then her plan, and who knows who else was caught up in the same.
You didn't know the other 3 guys. You saw the boyfriend.
Yeah. Me, yeah. 3
Was he
more.
good looking?
Oh, he was too far.
Uh,
For in the dark.
would it
way,
would
way,
have been a
way
game
too
changer.
Fuck no, absolutely not. He could have been Brad Pitt, and it could have been Quasimodo. I would not have been okay. I would not have been okay.
With no
Quasimodo.
Brad Pitt.
No, because Brad Pitt. No. I couldn't.
Troy.
Troy.
No.
Fight
No.
Club.
See, you're missing the point. It's not that he's
Mr.
that
and Mrs.
good.
Smith.
You're gonna have to compete with Troy. That's the thing. It's not like, oh, he's there.
You just pull your pants
No,
down.
he's.
Take your shirt off.
There is a less than a fucking 20% chance you're going before him. You know, like, so he's more likely go, and he's Troying the shit out of that, and you're just gonna go,
He's
okay, let me do this too. No, fuck yeah, fuck all that. No, I'm not.
That's
No.
wild.
He
You're
wants to
wild.
go next. You wanted me to go first. This is my fucking first
We
too.
should have ended with you.
For real, goddamn.
I didn't want to go first. The fuck.
Alright, the biggest time I've been gaslit, I had this high school boyfriend throughout high school, and not only did he gaslight me, but I gaslit myself because I had multiple women come up to me, or high school girls, talking about they was fucking him. I'm like, no, you're not. They would show me messages of him messaging them, and he was so convincing. I was like, nah, you messaged him, even though it's like I confused his messages with her messages. And then like when I would look through his phone, there would be pictures of bitches like half naked, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And he would be like, oh, they're just sending me their sunburn. I was like, okay.
Classic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, here's the thing,
I'm a
like,
skin doctor. It's
yeah, right. And then like he would always delete his messages, just like everything fucking shady that you could think of, and I was like, makes sense. I don't fucking know. So he gaslit me hard as fuck. Like I don't even understand. Like he even had me like go to dinner with girls he was hooking up with, and the bitches laughed at my jokes and my face. And because I'm such a narcissist, I was like, why would he cheat on me with fucking hippopotamuses? So that's the time that I've gotten gaslit the most, was that entire like 4 fucking years.
It was
or
fucked
5.
up that they were a part of it too, though. Like it was like
Oh,
like
yeah.
the girls were.
Oh yeah, it was like girls that wanted to be my friend, and then I guess they were hooking up with him, and I'm like, he's not even funny.
Building up a harem.
That's what I'm saying. So this is how I got my lick back.
The gas lick back.
The gas lick back.
Yes, sir.
So I used to work at some restaurant, and I worked with, and I'm still with this guy, by the way. So I'm like, oh, that's what we doing? All right, that's what we doing. And we didn't live together or anything, but he would never come over to stay at my house. He wanted me to go to his house all the time to sleep over. So I was like, whatever, I would go. And I met this guy that I worked with at this restaurant, and it was like a very frenemies to lovers arc. Like, we fucking hated each other. We talked so much shit out of each other. We would compete with each other. Like, it was in fucking insane. And then I don't know what happened. Somehow we became friends. And so while we were working together, some summer I cut my hair because I've always had worn my hair short, and I had it like a bob at that point because I had it longer. And I remember the guy that I was with was like, "Ew, you have short hair." And then I would go to work, and he would like be like, "Oh, the other guy, I'm like, wow, I like your hair," and I'd be like, "Oh my god."
You'll be touching your hair?
Yeah. He could touch whatever he wanted. And I don't know, we like grew close and started being nice to each other. And then he ended up going to work at the restaurant next door to me. And I liked the food from his restaurant, and he liked the food from my restaurant. So he started, and then we started texting and talking. And then I started gaslighting the guy that was gaslighting me because he was like, "Who you texting all the time?" I was like, "Work? The fuck?" And so after work, he would bring me the food that I liked from over there, and I would take him the food he liked from our old restaurant. And then so he was like, "I mean, is this our dinner? We should just start eating together in my car." And I was like, "Absolutely." So we would meet up and we would eat in his car. And this went on for months. Like, this might as well have been a relationship, but nothing physical happened yet. And at some point, we would meet up in like the middle, and then he started coming to pick me up from my restaurant with my food to walk to his restaurant to his car to hang out. So one time he came and got me, and like I could feel like a tension, a sexual one in the air. And and he I don't remember what the fuck I was saying. I think he asked me like how my day was, and I was like, "Girl, this fucking customer." I was like on a fucking rant because I never shut the fuck up. And then he kind of just like kissed me on my face. I
hope so. That's usually where you want to kiss.
True. And I was like,
he kissed my butthole. And I was like, whoa. Hey.
I was like, where did this come from?
Where my pants go? Oh, yeah.
And he, I don't know, I'm bossy, but he kind of bossed me around. And that's probably why we beefed in the beginning, because he was like trying to be an alpha, and I'm like, no, I'm the alpha. And
nah, you liked it. You liked the kiss in the butthole. You liked it.
No, the kiss in the face. The butthole came later.
Huh.
Yeah, so he kissed me in my face, and he was like, "You talk too much." And I don't know, I kind of like that. I was like, "Oh,
I watched too many movies.
it felt like a movie.
Like a 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, it was like, and then he like kind of grabbed my hand. So after that, we would just like hook up in his car after work, and then I would go sleep at my cheating ass ex's house. So that's why it's okay. So then
It's all okay.
And so then I started gaslighting him, like, so I started staying after work way later than I had to. So I usually would get at his house at like midnight and start getting at home at like 2 in the fucking morning. And he would be waiting for me at the door. Like, I wouldn't even knock, and he'd be like, "Where were you?" And I was like, "The fuck, work? You're getting overtime." He's like, "Yeah, for what?" And I'm like, "For work. It's short stuff. The fuck?" And I gaslit him so fucking hard. And he's like, "I don't know, like, you don't smell like you've been at work. You smell like a 6'2" Peruvian, 6-pack, 8-pack man." And I was like, "What? Where would I find like a 6'2", 8-pack Peruvian man?" And so I hooked up with him a long time, and then he was kind of like, "What are we?" And I was like, "We're like buddies." What could you be? I don't know. I had like this unreasonable.
Not Peruvian.
I don't know. I'm talking about my Peruvian boy.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, situation shit. And we were like the same person. We were both very hard-headed, very angry, very controlling. So me and him probably would have been an implosion. I mean, I wasn't meant to be with the other guy either, obviously, because I'm over here hooking up with my Peruvian king. And
I mean, you said you're still with him, so I hope it worked out.
With my Peruvian king?
Why not? You say you're still with...
No. During the
person?
Peruvian king, I was with the other person.
Oh,
And I was with my Mexican jester.
okay. Chester.
And he was like, "So what's going on?" I was like, what do you mean?" And I guess because I had been with the Mexican Jester so long, I was just used to the toxicity of it, and I felt like some weird loyalty to it. So I lost out on my APAC Peruvian 6'2" king for a fucking skinny ass guy that couldn't even fucking fight or make up good lies about cheating on me. And obviously it didn't work out with either of them, but like, I'm not gonna say your name because you probably have a whole family now, but
Shout out to Peru.
shout out to fucking Peru.
Lima. The capital.
He
I
was
guess.
so tall, and it was so hard because like there'd be times where like it was like escalating to the hookup, right? So he would like take off his shirt. He's like, sorry, I'm like dirty
Machu
from
Picchu,
work.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm dirty from work. I'm just gonna change. He had his 8-pack, and I was like, that's interesting. He's like, oh, you want to touch? I was like, I'm good. Very movie-like. I remember I was very young while this was happening.
What's very young?
Oh, like 17. But
Wait,
he was like 2 years older than me, or the same age, somewhere around there. It was not crazy.
That's a big or.
He
Same
was-
age or.
He was not
It's an or.
older than 2 years of me. 17, 18, 19?
Yeah, I mean that's 2 years. Yeah, you did the math.
He was not older than 19.
Right. Cool.
To be fair, I was kind of his manager, so it's
To
kind of like a
be
position of power. Yeah, and I still think about you. Thank you for that.
She added in the last part.
What's Machu
And the other
Picchu
guy-
like?
I never told him either. Like and for some reason he fucking watches this. I got my link back. You thought I was not working extra overtime at McDonald's.
Damn it, I knew it.
Right? Yeah, he'd be like, "Who you texting?" Like, who you texting? Exactly.
Oh
Like,
shit! Why's your phone ringing?
why's your phone
Kidding.
ringing? So that's the biggest time I got gaslit, and I gaslit back. Who's next? Y'all wanted us to go first.
Y'all wanted us to go first. I didn't want to go first.
I didn't think y'all were gonna go to some deep-rooted trauma.
Right.
That
I
was
get-
not trauma. That was like getting my lick back.
I
That was a
gave y'all
win.
the
A
truth.
win is a win.
That's the time.
Okay, well,
Here we go.
I'll go
Yeah,
next.
put your mic closer to
It ain't nothing like that. What the fuck is your mic?
them.
Oh, it's okay.
And it's
Yeah, it's
Chi
good.
Chi.
It's cheap. Damn, after going those two fucking intense topics.
That was not intense.
You're right.
Why do you
They're
always
passionate.
think
They're
that my
passionate. They're not intense.
topics are intense?
They're not intense, they're passionate.
They're passionate. We had a passionate friendship.
I'll clip it. Just keep talking. I'll clip it. You're fine.
Clip it in your beard.
Put it in his hair.
All right. Well, thought of a quick topic, or not topic, but
Gaslighting?
I was working with. I think she was like what a team lead basically,
I think
and
she was a
A
manager.
team?
team.
Oh,
I think she-
with an M.
I think she
Okay.
was a manager.
Or a manager, and
Wool manager. Come on.
so she assaulted me. While the floor was wet on the ground because we had just mopped it, and I was pushing a cart out.
Oh, I bet you've never mopped allegedly.
She
Did you
kicked-
mop after? So sorry.
Yeah, I had to mop up all the blood. Like,
Oh!
That's so
She kicked the
dramatic.
back of my legs. I fell on the ground. It looked like one of those alarm commercials.
I fell into the
Life alert! Life alert!
One of those life alert commercials. And then she starts saying, "What happened?" I was like, "You just kicked me." She's like, "No, I
While
didn't.
you're
It was
on
like
the
you just
ground.
fell." And then so she started going around saying that, "Yeah, he just fell out of nowhere." And
It sounds like to me like you just fell out of nowhere.
What company do you work for?
at the time, it was Five Guys.
only
Oh, shit.
5 guys work there.
Horrible time. And even I still talk to this person as the years goes on. They'll bring it up, and of course, you know, their way of saying it, they'll still say that I fell.
You
And
did.
I started to believe it for a little bit. Then I actually remembered the actual facts that she fucking kicked.
Dude, you're just a narcissist. You're
Wait,
just
okay, so, like, is she older than you? Not that it matters, like, I just want more details.
Yes.
What? So she was like a manager?
She was a manager.
Although
Get
she
the
was older,
fuck
she
outta
was
here.
way
she was
younger.
way older than me.
Not
Wait.
that much older.
What's
At least, what, 30 years? Or-
I don't know. She sounds very young and strong.
Hold on. Is she in the room? Is she in the room right now?
Andrew, you fucking fell.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, you fucking
But you just
fell.
said.
Allegedly, you got
Allegedly.
kicked, but you fucking fell.
Someone in here tripped you? Tripped you?
Olivia.
Olivia.
Not the dog.
Well, yeah, that you know, that's still a great memory.
I think you should talk about that time you gaslit the same people at Five Guys about what happened at the dumpsters.
I don't even know how that is gaslit at all. Y'all are still, you know what? That's another one. Okay, so another old, I think he was a GM at the time. I went out to take some trash,
Yeah, that's what they call it.
and then he ended up following me and stopping me and
And
pouring his heart out of
that's what they call it now.
everybody's quitting on him and
It-
everybody
but-
hates him. And
But Andrew would never quit on
I
it.
just stood there and just like,
And just took the
I'm so
dick
sorry.
sucking.
And I told my friends about it at the time, and now they are still saying, "Man, Andrew gave that guy a blowjob." he let
You
him,
did stop gaslighting
or
us.
he said, or
You
he
came in,
let that
you
manager
were-
just cry on his shoulder, some shit like that.
Your shirt was wet, you were sweaty, your zipper was down.
That shit was hot. Zipper was not down.
Are any of those friends related to the initial story?
Yes, the same one.
Okay. Alright. Crazy.
Crazy.
Fuck.
And then I couldn't think of a second part. Her second part.
You did both the parts.
I don't. He did.
You're too gaslit.
Double the one.
In their opinion,
and
that was my
Gaslit.
how I gaslit them.
Yeah, you did.
In.
So yeah, that's that shit. Travis, go.
Just admit it.
Travis go.
Travis.
I mean, you're Travis.
Yes, okay. I've been gaslit for the past probably 15 years by some alleged friend that shall not be named. So, we were, this is back in middle school maybe. You know, me and this friend, we were hanging out, chilling. Probably went to McDonald's, got some food or whatever. Talk some shit, and then we went our separate ways. We went back home, and we were just chilling. I went home, he went home, and then he proceeds to text me, "Hey, have you seen my wallet?"
First off,
I knew
you got the story wrong. He was at work.
He's not saying it's you.
Yeah.
Not saying it's me either.
He's still gaslighting. Blowjob.
Work, hanging out. Regardless,
He was hanging
He
out with
texted
a
me.
manager who definitely didn't trip anyone.
This is all too.
so we get home, and he's like, "Hey, have you seen my wallet?" And I was like, "No, I haven't seen your wallet." And so a couple minutes go by, and he texts me back. Says, "Are you sure?" "Yes, I'm sure. I've not seen your wallet."
If I remember right, your manager noticed you were very upset.
Yes. And then a few more minutes.
Who was the manager?
It's so fucking queen.
And so a few more minutes go by, and he's like, "You took my wallet, didn't you?" I was so pissed off.
He was
No, I didn't
so
take your
mad.
fucking
He was
wallet.
so
I did
mad.
not take your fucking wallet.
He was like slapping patties around allegedly, and I was like, bro, you
No. I
good?
was like, I didn't take his fucking wallet.
You just accused me of
Allegedly.
taking food.
And then
Allegedly.
I only remember what they tell me.
Yeah.
If it was you.
Maybe it's selective memory, maybe it's not.
It
Maybe
could-
this is a whole gaslighting thing from them. But
What?
No, it's still brought up.
No.
To
This
this
is
to this
bad.
day,
To
it's
this
still brought
day.
up.
To this
That's not
day.
even the end of the story. So the fucking day goes on, 30 minutes, an hour goes by, and then he texts me back, and I felt it in my pocket. I was like, if he fucking blames me for this
One more
fucking
time.
And so I looked at my phone, and he said, hey, I found my wallet under my
My
bed.
bad.
I lost it after that. Oh my god, I lost it. I was more pissed off that he found it. He was blaming me. Oh.
Why is your credit cards to be
The
stolen?
best part of that story is there was only $5 in that one.
Hey,
Oh.
Oh,
Yes.
that dollar menu goes far with fucking $5.
Yeah, it does.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
No one here would
Yeah,
ever be
he came
accused
in
of
like
any-
nothing the next time we all worked together. Like, hey guys. Crazy, my wallet was in my
Crazy.
bed.
It's under my bed.
All jolly and shit like fucking St. Nicholas.
No big deal.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. I don't know how you could have
Stash your best.
put that wallet under that person's bed. But
It's theoretically it'd be the perfect crime.
I'm
It
saying.
would be.
Don't you hate
Allegedly.
But, yeah. And I've never gaslit anyone before.
Bullshit.
damn,
Bullshit.
they got beef.
I've never.
Everyone's guessing.
Everyone's
someone.
gaslit.
Nah,
So-
I'm an instigator. Like, I do mini gaslights here and there.
That's
I bet you
still
won't hit him.
gaslight.
Or like,
That I fucking will.
Ooh,
Oh,
bet
see,
he
there
gets
you go.
more than
Bet you
this
won't
and
admit
that.
it. Bet you won't admit it.
We in the Dyson put our whole dirty laundry out there. So come on, who the fuck y'all gaslit? You ain't gaslit nobody in your whole life.
I'm telling you, I do little
Allegedly.
gaslits. Gaslights.
Gaslights.
Loads.
Gaslights.
Alright. So if you need to think of one, I have a new topic. So
Oh my god, that was one topic.
yeah, that was one. We've been going for a fat minute.
It's
So-
a good
Maybe we should
topic.
just do 2 topics.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
why you
do
think
the
of it?
second topic.
I'll do mine because I think it's fun. It's a would you rather
Oh.
again.
Again.
Again,
The would you
I
rather
love
guy.
it. I love it so much. I love because I think you find out who you are as a person. I really think,
Like a wallet thief.
allegedly.
That bed is real
So would you rather gain 100 pounds forever? You can't get rid of the 100 pounds.
Of like fat or muscle?
Fat. No, it's fat. It's 100 pounds. Or would you rather permanently lose 3 inches of height?
Oh shit. I'm gonna lose 3 inches.
That's what I said. Like,
You're already short as fuck. It
That's
doesn't
like-
matter to you.
like-
Yeah, I'm gonna
like-
look like an obese
like-
fucking
like-
Oompa Loompa.
like,
if I
like,
fucking gain 100 pounds.
not to be an asshole, for her and me, it's an easy concept. I lose 3 inches, no big deal. I'm still,
You're still 6
I'm
feet.
I'm 6'1". I'm 6'1". I'm fine.
Crazy.
Yeah.
He's proud of it too.
He does it.
I mean,
He brings it up all
No,
the
no,
fucking
I'm
time.
only proud of it because I'm taller than my brother.
And your dad.
Oh yeah, he's shorter than my brother. Yeah, it's fine. He's 5'11" on a good day. But yeah, so
Are
I'm
y'all
still
taller
6'1".
than y'all's dads?
Huh?
No, my dad is 5'8". He's a little guy.
Really?
Yes, and my mom's 5'2".
Oh, your mom's little.
Yes.
My mom's like 5'2". My
I feel
dad's
like Andrew's dad's like 800 feet tall because he's so scary.
he's just intimidating. No, he's
He has, he has a
5'11".
firm handshake though.
He's either
Your
5'11"
dad's
or
definitely
6'4".
6'.
Could your dad beat my dad's ass?
Absolutely.
Please?
Addison's convinced your scary dad will love him.
100%. If I ever met your dad, I think he would love me.
No, he would hate you. He would
Initially,
he
they
would
all
see
they all
right
do.
through you.
They all do, but I could wear him down.
This is a thing.
No, dads hate
Those
me.
people.
Like any other dad hates me. Like any
Dads love me.
There's always a moment, but
Could he though? Like, could he beat my dad?
Absolutely.
I'm not saying he couldn't, but could he? Like is it a real thing?
Will he is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
will he?
Yeah.
Just tell him he's the one that got Andrew into tattoos.
Oh my god. I saw X. First name X. Yeah, that. Let's set that up. So obviously for me, I lose 3 inches. Doesn't matter if you lose 3 inches.
I'm so cute.
Yeah.
Guys love little girls.
You'd still be.
But I mean,
Wait.
No, hold on. But you still won't get that parking. You still won't get that parking space though.
6'2" Peruvians with apex.
You still won't get that parking.
Oh, the handicap sticker? No, there's people out there for real handicapped.
Yeah.
I have a minister's parking pass. That's even better.
That doesn't get you front row.
Yes, it does. I can park wherever the fuck I want.
Not in the
That shit.
handicap.
not what
Yes,
that
I
means.
can. No, it
Not
is.
in the
Yeah,
handicap.
under the law, if there is a clerical emergency, I can park wherever the fuck I want.
In an emergency, but you can't just go to fucking.
Who's
That-
gonna
that-
no.
dictate what emergency
No.
is?
There is
under
no
the
there is no
works.
emergency at Ulta where you can go to the handicap parking spot and
Yes,
park there.
there is.
No, there is not.
That'd be an
Oh, I need to
emergency
bless.
baptism.
But I mean, that's for like I believe that's just for like Catholic priests.
No,
Yeah,
in my
clergymen.
No, not at
And-
Ulta. You
and
can't
my
park at Ulta
certifications
and go
everything.
get your bronzer.
Like I have a
No, that's not
I
an
have a
emergency.
press pass.
But guess what? With the handicap sticker, you can park at Ulta and get your bronzer, and it's fine.
Get my bronzer.
Or whatever you get.
I'm
Some
naturally this dark.
that's not what I meant. Whatever makeup is. I don't know. Whatever. You can still park. Why don't you?
Because I'm a minister. That'd be unethical.
Get the fuck out of here. Okay. So.
By the way,
all
y'all
right,
can, y'all
forget-
can
we're not-
convince. Also, under the law, y'all can tell me any evil fucking shit you've ever done, and they can't subpoena me to testify. Because it's
Yeah,
clerical,
but not on recording. Okay,
clerical privilege. Or, yeah.
Is that true?
That is true.
Yeah.
Because I mean, they could do that to like
Catholic
psychiatrists. And
No,
stuff.
no, they do
No,
that.
psychiatrists.
That's real.
No, psychiatrists.
Unless
if
you're gonna harm.
If you're
Yeah,
gonna harm
that's
someone,
what I
that
mean.
no,
So-
but not for us.
There's no way.
Yeah, I read it in my whole contract.
Because it's not real. Okay, so
It is real.
what about y'all? Lose 3 inches or gain 100 pounds of
Wait,
fat?
where are the 3 inches I'm losing?
Lose 3 inches or gain 100 pounds of fat?
I honestly, I'd probably go 100 pounds. I mean, I'm already what like
A short
5'7"
king?
and
You're swole
5'7",
though.
5'8".
That means he's
But
fat
you're
fat.
swole.
Yeah, but then if I lose 3 inches, I'm down to what, like 5? What is that? 5'4"? 5'4".
Tom
Yeah.
Cruise.
Yeah.
What a kid. You could be Tom Cruise.
Oh no, that's tough.
Tiny Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
May I ask what you weigh?
I am
Wow.
210. Actually, 213.
Same.
So you'd be 313 of fat. God damn it.
Yeah, if it was
That's a
just
that fucking
if it was
sucks.
just straight fat, then
No, yeah, that's 100 pounds of fat. Yeah. So what would you rather have? Yeah.
Damn, man.
Fucking sucks.
that's
Oh,
tough.
It's a horrible would you rather. That's what I do.
Could I gain 100 pounds and 3 inches that I grew back?
And gain the 3 inches.
No, you gotta pick one. You either lose 3 or gain 100 pounds of fat.
I'm gonna lose 3.
Yeah, easy.
That's easy for
When
you.
you're already a midge.
I'd be 4'6".
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, still can't see over the steering wheel. But like it
I sure the fuck can't see over the steering. Can I see far away or at night? No. But over the steering wheel, yes.
I couldn't do a lot of things.
fat, yeah. You wouldn't get drafted
Exactly.
in your football. You're done.
Yeah.
Athlete.
Be a lineman.
In your adult football league.
I could be a.
Are there
You can be like a
No,
lineman.
there's not.
There's not. Can you lose
No,
the
no.
other pounds that you didn't get? Like if
Can
you
you
Oh,
lose the
yeah,
200
okay,
pounds
okay,
you
so-
have?
Oh,
100 pounds.
Okay, so you're saying no. Let's see. So you gain 100 pound fat. What would you lose? pounds.
The 200 he
The
has right
200.
now.
No, hold on.
No, I don't know about 200.
No. So, since we're being specific, he's 210. You gain 100, 310. So, of the initial 210,
Can I
assuming you have, I mean,
That's a good question.
what? I mean, you have bones. You have,
You have
I mean,
bones.
you have organs. I mean, like, what could you really?
His left
I mean,
leg.
I still got fat on me. I'd
No,
lose at least,
of course, but you'd still be. I mean,
Yeah,
re-
I would still be pretty real
Well, I
big,
think
but-
one of your legs weigh.
I mean, 280. You'd be 280. I mean, let's say you
80
could lose
pounds.
20 pounds.
30, 40 pounds.
You'd be 280.
There's got to be a way we can measure.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how many pounds you think you could lose. I'm giving you 20 pounds at
Put it
a
back on.
gracious.
Like
280.
Sally from the 9:30.
That's 30 pounds from what you are. I mean,
Or house.
you're still 280
Shit,
of what you are.
I'm barely
I love
right
houses.
now. I'm
If I was a doctor,
pretty
I'd
much
be
as
house.
tall
House is like
as,
the Dexter of the
like,
world.
the average woman.
Like the opposite, because all he
Maybe a
does
little
is
bit
say that,
taller.
you know, he can't fucking
Fine.
stand.
The anti-Dexter.
No,
He's not happy
no,
about
but that's
it.
the thing. Pick one. Three
I'm
inches
gonna
or
have
about.
to say the 100 pounds.
Okay. What about you? What about you, Big Daddy Dreddy?
Sure.
You should be small daddy Travi.
Yeah, I'm a big little daddy, Travis.
Little
I'm a
daddy
bit of a
Travi.
short king.
I mean, how tall are you now?
5'11".
Man, sure.
You just say you're 5'7".
5'8". You'd be 5'8".
Bitch, you 5'10".
Yeah, I'm something. But with certain shoes on, I'm pushing 6 feet.
I'm pushing
With my
6 feet
steel-toe boots on,
With
I'm
my
at
lifts
least 6
on.
feet.
with my heels on.
Alright, that's fair.
So yeah, I range between 5'10"
Yeah,
and
that's
6
no
foot.
It's a
So
target.
That's
I
it.
would be.
No, there's no
5'7"
there's no
5'10".
range, brother.
With the shoes.
It is no
With
fuck
certain
the shoes.
shoes.
It's what you are.
What I am is a
Street
baddie.
posture.
Yo, while we were at
Posture though.
while we were at Puerto Rico, there was a fucking parking garage
That's
with a
right.
thing that was like you can't go under here unless you're 6'4" or whatever. And she made me take off my shoes.
That's the slowest walk I've ever
and,
seen.
and like, oh, you're 6'4"? Go see if you can make it or whatever. Because no offense to Puerto Rico, y'all short.
A lot of short kings.
Even your cars apparently you can't go in a parking garage or whatever the fuck. And so she's like, oh, you're 6'4", right? And I was like, yeah, I am. And she was like, all right, go. And she was like, take off your shoes. And I was like, it was the longest, scariest life I ever lived. That fucking 15 yards that I walked up the fucking thing.
He was hyperventilating.
Yeah, because I was like, well, I know I am, but what if I'm not? What if I fucking fuck? And I took off my shoes, and I fucking, my head
Slightly on his tiptoes.
big,
I think I have a picture of
my
that.
head binked off the fucking
6'1".
thing, and I was like,
Six.
oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. I was so
Puerto
happy.
Rico was so fun. Andrew, why didn't you go?
I was so
I was
happy to hit
working.
my head.
You were working. Shit.
We should
Travis
all-
was working. He was.
We should all move.
We should all.
I
move there.
promise you we should all move there.
I would live there.
There's an IKEA there.
Okay.
It's
Not
not
like
a real
defining.
It's not a real like
No.
it's a fake news like it.
Yeah,
Why
that's
not?
I'm still thinking about that water we drank.
The gold water?
The gold
Yeah,
water?
the gold
River
one.
water?
Yes.
We shit gold. Have you ever shit
I can't
gold?
believe I jumped off that mini
Buy that on
ledge or whatever the
Amazon.
fuck that was. Oh, I ate shit on the.
Rock slide.
Everywhere. Everywhere you want.
No, but I couldn't even. I was like afraid I couldn't do the kayaking the next day. It was
With the manatees, yeah, it was great.
What was the name of the guy that toured us?
Big Papi Chulo.
Papi chulo.
Papi Chulo.
Papi Chulo. Shout out to you, follow us.
He was like, every time I walk by, sexy mini. I was like, yeah. Yeah.
He says that to the kids too, it's fucked up. No, I'm kidding. I don't know that at all.
Not the kid.
I don't know that at all. They're there, but I'm not saying you said that.
Bro, Papi Chulo was doing shots back to back with everyone.
And then driving the tour
And then
bus.
driving the tour bus, yeah.
That's wild.
Oh, he took us to his grandma's place to get us like ice cream too, or sorbets.
Paletas.
Yeah. And then they had a cute dog there. What a time. We need to go back.
right?
We need to
Shut the
move
fuck
there.
up, Andrew.
We need to move there. 100%.
No.
New Orleans, we stayed
Why
one
not?
more day than we needed to.
No one's fucked up.
It was so fun.
Let's go back.
Let's go back.
We're going,
back.
but fuck yeah.
We're going-
Love
are we-
you, New Orleans.
Are we going
Can't-
back? Are we going
can't
to the
live
zoo
there.
again? Or what? The
The
aquarium?
aquarium.
That was a good aquarium.
Oh, I haven't been to an aquarium in so long.
Them gators.
We gotta do the swamp tour.
Oh, we gotta do this one too.
And see them gators. I tell you, we still wear our Crocs, so we go see Crocs.
I'm wearing Crocs everywhere.
Crocs on Crocs.
I don't wear shoes.
Shit, you have Crocs on Crocs on Crocs.
Crocs on
Crocception.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Anything y'all want to bring up?
Nope.
Alright, thank y'all for joining us. This was
Alleged
Confessions. See y'all next time. Peace.
That's not the piece.
McGeese.